This is a Pioneer SX-3700 that I picked up a number of years ago. I'll zoom in on the unit here in a couple of minutes. I wanted to show you how I started it up. I didn't use an isolation transformer for this. I didn't really see a need to. I'm not going into the amplifier yet. If I get into it and have to do things when it's powered up and it's inside, I might. But anyway, the unit is built in the early 80s and it's not working properly. Let me turn it on. I'm gonna dim the lights so that you can see how this comes on. I'm going from a variac, and then I'm going through a dim bulb current limiter device and over to the unit, and that way we can see how it turns on, and if there's any short circuits or anything like that in here that would burn up the thing, the light bulb, the dim light bulb will help it. So let me dim the lights. That way you can probably see the amp a lot better. We'll turn this on. I've already got this set up at, let's see where we are. We're at 120 volts. I actually set this up earlier and it's just fine. But I wanted to show you the process. And in fact, to show you the process, we'll go down, take it down to nothing. And then we're gonna turn on the dim bulb tester, turn on the unit, and then we'll start cranking up the voltage. In a minute, you'll hear the relays in the amp kick on. There you go. I'm gonna turn it off now. Okay, turn the amp off. We didn't get anything, it's working, but I wanted you to see what happens when, after it's been turned off for a couple of minutes and the capacitors have had a chance to discharge. And what you'll see is this light will glow brightly as there's a lot of current in rush as the capacitors charge, and then it'll go dim. So let's see if we see that. So watch this light bulb. There you go. So what that is well, let me move this around. You'll see why I've got to work on this. There you go. Look at that. All that. All right, let me move this in. Let me give you a little bit of adjustment here. Move this in so you can see the amp a little better. It's pretty clean. It's a pretty nice amp. Everything, this moves smoothly. The on-off switch seems to work fine. I didn't really notice any scratchiness here. None of the switches are bent, which you'll often see. There's a few little scratches down here. These buttons, the lights on all these buttons, and the B speaker button is really sticky. It's very dirty. Don't know that you can see how dirty it is. But after 40 years of people pushing on these things and being in who knows where, people smoking, whatever, but a lot of the neon lights, there should be lights on each of these indicators, and a lot of them aren't working. This panel here should have something on it. I don't know if it's, let me change this. There we go. This panel, there we go. So these screens, these blue, I forget what they're called, but it's kind of like a neon type bulb in there. They're hard to find. I mean, they're out there, but they're hard to find. This one here is supposed to have some blue light. I don't know if it's a light bulb or if there's a panel in there that I have to fix. Anyway, what I have to do to fix this, I've got to get to all these switches. You can just hear the scratching.
You don't stop.
You can just hear the scratchiness. Yeah, it's not good. So this pot definitely needs to be cleaned. The balance only works on one side. I can't get left output, but I think that might be to a dirty balance pot. All the switches.
Silver, an accident cleared. Under 30 minutes now if you're coming inbound.
All of these switches need to get cleaned. And to do that, it's major surgery. I have to pull this front off. Then there's another panel that has to come off. I'll show you that along the way. But for now, there it is. Once I get this off, I'm going to give it a good cleaning and get all the knobs cleaned. And it should, yeah, we'll see where it goes. Hopefully I don't have to replace any parts. Hopefully I can just clean all these switches and the potentiometers with deoxit and get it back together again. Oh, I'm going to have to replace some of the light bulbs for sure. I'm going to go ahead and replace all the light bulbs that aren't working on this. In fact, I may just replace all of those with little LEDs. And there's some lights that shine down on the front plate that are up inside here. And I'm going to get those fixed. And then there's some lights behind that need to get fixed. So there's a major bulb replacement. So there you have it. And this is my project now. We'll see how it goes.